guys, welcome back. So today I'm doing something a little bit different than what I normally do. So normally I'll take a fictional idea and then I'll make a real prototype based off of that idea. And up till now those have pretty much been from the Mandalorian series so far. This time though, the idea actually comes from a monthly build challenge put on by the UMA. UMA stands for United Makers Association, and basically what they are is this global community of makers and builders that all get together online, primarily on Instagram. So this goes back to the beginning of June, maybe earlier than that, when the group decided to put out a monthly build challenge, this being the first one. So the idea behind this challenge was that they would put out a theme and then all the participants would build something based off of that theme. In this case, that was something USA or American themed. And right away I had this really cool idea of something that I wanted to build. The only problem was that we had the month of June to build it, with it being due to be done around the beginning of July 1st or 2nd or something like that. The problem with that for me was I knew I was going to be gone almost the entire month of June and I would have no time to actually work on this project before the deadline. But I had what I thought was a pretty cool idea and I really wanted to participate, so I figured I'd go ahead and do it anyways. So this was only going to leave me with maybe 3 or 4 days to actually build my project before the deadline. So anyway, the idea that I had was a Roman candle minigun. Now I'm sure you guys have seen these in the past. Typically it's just a bundle of Roman candles that are taped together or put together in some kind of cylindrical fashion, and then you would light them all off and they would all shoot at the same time, which would put off this really cool display of fireworks, making it seem like there's a lot of things happening all at once, or a lot of shots firing all at once. So I wanted to do a similar thing to that, but take it one step further. I wanted my bundle of Roman candles to actually spin so it looks just like a real minigun would. On top of that, I thought it'd be really cool to incorporate an artillery tube to the inside of the minigun as well, so then you have the spinning minigun action and artillery shells that would shoot out and explode in the air, kind of like a grenade or something like that. So like I said earlier, I was on such a time crunch to get this thing done, and I think it ended up being like 2 days of a weekend and 2 nights of a work week. So it was really only 2 days, maybe 2.5 days in total of time that I had to work on this thing. I didn't have a lot of time to record the entire sequence step by step about how I built this thing, so instead I'm just going to give you a quick overview of how this thing works. So given that I was on such a short time frame, the design behind this thing is actually pretty simple and pretty basic. So really we just have 2 main parts here. We've got really just 2 halves. So we have one part that holds all of the motor and the controls and the battery and all that stuff, and we got another half which just holds everything. So we've got what holds the Roman candles and the artillery tube. Alright, so first let's talk about this motor and spinning assembly real quick. This is actually about as simple as it gets because I didn't order anything special for this. There's no special motor electronics. All it is an 18-volt drill. So in order to get this in the configuration that it is, all I had to do was take apart an 18-volt drill and just kind of reconfigure everything, because a drill already has almost everything you need. It has a high torque, high speed motor in it. It's got the controls to turn that motor, and it's got a battery and a charger. So you really just got an entire motor system already there for you. And so I had this extra drill laying around that I almost never use. It's just a cheaper one than the nicer one that I have. So I decided to put it into this project. But there's just a little bit more to it than that. On the inside, there's a lot of 3D printed parts and assembly in here to make sure this thing runs as frictionless as possible, because the motor by itself wouldn't have enough power to spin this heavy front end if it didn't have a little bit of help. So on the inside we have 2 hubs that have bearings on the inside and a 3/8 shaft connected to the drill, which also has its own mount on the inside. So everything is stabilized to the outer shell, and it's really just as frictionless as possible running through the entire thing. So then as we get to this front end, it's even simpler than the back end. This end is really just 3 3D printed discs that have cutouts for the Roman candles and the artillery tube that's in the center. And those are spaced out using threaded rod, and that threaded rod is connected to the front end of the motor assembly. So everything is pretty light, about as light as possible, because these Roman candles are actually a lot heavier than I thought. And then since we're talking about the Roman candles, each one of these Roman candles fires 228 shots, and there are 5 of them, which roughly equates to 1,140 shots by the end. And each one of these lasts about 60 seconds, so you get a minute, and over that minute, 1,140 shots in total. And then of course we've got the artillery tube in the center, which fires 1 artillery shot at a time. Well, that's pretty much all I have to show you about the design behind this thing. Like I said, it's pretty basic. We got a motor that spins things and a thing that holds Roman candles while they shoot, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So I'm going to give you guys one final look at this thing, which I have called the Patriot Salute Roman Candle Minigun, and then I'll show you guys how it did when we actually tested it out. That was actually pretty cool. Alright, this is where it gets real dangerous because inside this assembly we've got an artillery tube. So I'm going to drop one of these in and fire it out of the minigun. I've never actually shot one of these before, so I don't know how it works. Is there instructions? Has anyone ever fired an artillery before? Okay, you ready? America! Woo! Alright, we gotta do that. Alright, here we go. Round two. Spent brass. All right, that's it. Ah, that's a lot of fun. I don't know. Let's go dip this in the water. There we go. Oh, it's broken. It don't even spin anymore. Alright, well, we had fun while it lasted, but I think she's done for. So obviously you guys saw that in the end it just blew up. And because I tossed it right before it blew up, it caused even more damage. So in the end, the whole front end was busted and blown out. The handle was broken on the back. On the inside, there's a switch that came undone, so the thing wouldn't even spin anymore. We were pretty much done at that point. There was nothing more that we could do testing-wise, nothing more that we could shoot. There was no patching it up. This thing was completely done for. But why did it blow up? So to figure out why that happened, I brought it back to the studio to take it apart and figure out exactly why it blew up like that. It turns out the culprit was those 3D printed rings in the front that hold all of the Roman candles and artillery tube together. So remember when I said I really didn't have a lot of time to build this thing, those 2 days and a couple nights? Well, I made a couple of shortcuts that I probably shouldn't have when I was building it. So those 3D printed rings, I made them about half as thick and about half as dense as I thought they actually should be, so that I could get it done on time. So real quick, to explain why that's a problem, let me explain how these artillery shells and tubes work. So every artillery shell has 2 charges. The first one provides the force to shoot it out of the tube. The second one is what actually blows apart and creates the fireworks display. Now every one of those primary charges also provides a force that goes downwards against the bottom of the tube, which in this case was pushing it back against the rest of the minigun assembly and against that 3D printed part. Now after we had fired maybe 5 or 6 of those, apparently that was enough force for it to punch through that last 3D printed plate or that last 3D printed ring and have it be like way back further than it should be. So when that final artillery shell that caused the destruction was lit and put into the top, it didn't actually go into the artillery tube like we thought it did. Instead, it was just sitting there in open air surrounded by all of those Roman candle tubes. So when that first charge went off and it didn't exit the artillery tube, I knew something was wrong, and that's why I ditched it like I did. Luckily, because those Roman candles were still there and still surrounding that artillery shell, pretty much all of the outward explosive force was contained by those cardboard tubes, which ended up being a really good thing. Alright guys, well that is it for this project, but I do have some more really cool stuff coming up in the next few videos. I'm going to be focusing more on Cyberpunk 2077, weapons, gadgets, and gear and stuff like that I'm going to be making, and I'm really excited about getting into those projects. So if you like this video and if you're interested in that type of stuff that I'm going to be doing, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so that you'll know when those videos come out. And I know that sometimes there's quite a bit of a wait in between me posting these larger YouTube projects, so if you want to see what I'm doing in between, you can follow my Instagram. I'm usually posting a little bit more frequently on there, so you can see some of the progress that I'm making and some of the things that I'm doing in between these larger YouTube videos. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that out. Otherwise, that's pretty much all I got for this project, so we'll see you guys in the next video.